Hi guys, so I just wanted to share with you a quick video about my Sennheiser Momentum Wireless headphones that I got for Christmas. There'll be more technical ones out there with much more flowerful language, but I just want to show you what I think of them. Basically, my wife has a pair of Bang & Olufsen H8s, which are the on-ear wireless noise reduction headphones. They're good, but for me, the noise reduction, although it's fantastic, it blocks out practically everything. It just creates a lot of pressure on the ear. You can feel it, and it just feels a bit weird. Also, the bass didn't go quite as deep as I wanted, and I don't want a pair of Beats. I'm not saying I want out and out crazy drum and bass, although I like drum and bass. I want something that's a decent level of bass on there. So if we go ahead and just open these up, these come in a lovely case, which the Bang & Olufsen's don't. Just in the back here, we spin this round, you've just got an audio cable, so it can be wired and then used passively, which is quite useful. The only thing to say about this is it's a 3.5mm jack at one end, which you won't be able to use in your next Apple. But it's only a 2.5 mil jack the other end, so you're not going to be able to buy a replacement cable that easily. I'm sure somebody somewhere does them. Some people have said it sounds better wired. I think it's probably negligible between the two. Yes, it sounds slightly better, but for wireless performance, it's fantastic. You've just got a little micro USB charging cable there, which is how it charges. A bit more silica gel, and if you've watched any of my other videos, keep this. It's fantastic. If nothing else, put it in your camera bag. I think I'll keep this in here to keep these dry, just because they go outside, but it sucks up all the moisture. And a little airplane jack. Actually, on the new A380s, they've gone ahead and put a normal 3.5mm jack on, which is so much better. But you do have the option if you're on a very old plane. Depends on where you are in the world, really. That's everything in there. Just in this case, they have a nice little case to store the headphones in, just to keep all the dust off, and there they are, folded up. That's one thing that you can't do with the other headphones. So okay, it's a nice big size, but just that, it doesn't look like a lot, but that can now fit in my pocket rather than having to wear it around my neck continually. It's made with leather, genuine leather, as they always say. Not a huge amount of branding, just this very tasteful little bit of Sennheiser on here. Stainless steel all the way around. These are, I know they look odd. When I first saw these, I discounted them because I thought that's a bit weird. As you're wearing it, this metal thing looks so big, but it's so comfortable. These have got a good range of movement, forwards, backwards, up, down. You can slide them along quite easily, and that doesn't have too much give in it. These are so comfy, so ridiculously comfy. They are memory foam, and they're just, so good. I mean, okay, you still sweat when you have them on, don't get me wrong, but not as much as you could do. There's not much else to talk about on the outside. You've just got your ports here, so your socket for your 2.5mm jack and your micro USB. Now the battery in here actually lasts 18 to 22 hours, which is just fantastic, much better than my wife's H8s can manage. Here you've only got a few little buttons, so you've just got up and down for the volume, and as you press in, it does different things. So when you're connected and playing music, 1 push is pause or play, 2 pushes is skip forward, 3 pushes is skip back. When you're not playing music, 3 presses actually announces how much battery there is left on there. Just press and hold to turn on. It should connect to something. Oh, I may have turned my Bluetooth off. There we go. I'm not sure what it's connected to. That's fine. There we go. Try and connect my tablet as well. Connected. There you go. So you can hear it saying connected there. So if I... Between 18 and 22 hours playtime. So plenty. Now it's always noise cancelling. Always, which is, some people have complained about that. I don't know. I don't have too much of a problem with it. It does mean that in theory it's chewing through battery, but that 18-hour is, that 22-hour is to do with having the noise cancelling on. They call it hybrid. I can't find it now on their webpage. I think it's hybrid active noise guard. So it's interesting. It works like the other ones. It's just a little, you can see it there, a little microphone just in there. And what it does is these 4 microphones on each side. Oh no, there isn't one that side. Right, these 3 here then. They will just pick up any background noise, and then it will sample between what's happening outside and what's happening in the headphone and create what's known as anti-noise to basically combat that. Now with these, what I would say is it mutes voices more than anything else. That's the best way to describe it. It you know, if I'm on a tube, I can still loosely hear the announcement. Actually I prefer that because it means I can quickly take them off my head and hear what the announcement is. It quietens everything down is the best way to describe it. So I think, you know, on a bus I can still hear the engine rattling. That's one of the things that I don't like about them. As much as I do love them, it struggles on a bus. There's no two ways about it, or on a London bus anyway. On the tube it seems fine. On the bus, just because of the brum bum 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 of the engine, this is having to continually go pulse 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 with anti-noise, and it's just yeah, it just makes the song sound a bit weird. It doesn't affect higher bit rate as much as it does lower bit rate. So if anything, it's showing up how terrible my music collection is. But yeah, it's got fantastic highs, really good deep bass. I'm trying to see on here, it doesn't actually tell me what range it is, unfortunately, but I'm sure you'll find that elsewhere in the world. But it goes down to 16 hertz and up to 22,000 hertz. Now I think somebody said your ear can't even hear 16 hertz. Mine certainly can't. But it goes nice and deep, and it's not overpowering. It's not too forward. It's a good, you know, I wouldn't say it's a balanced sound. You have to be honest and say, you know, it's slightly leaning more towards the bass and the treble. I think the mid-range doesn't get lost, but not as much emphasis is put on it. But that does mean it works very well with most styles of music. I would probably say some classical might suffer from that extra bass, but it's nothing you can't change in your codecs on your device. It uses Bluetooth 4 to connect to your devices, and if you have the applicable device, such as the Samsung devices, not Apple again, then you will get what's known as aptX, which is a much better codec for listening to music wirelessly, and it just makes it sound like it's you know, wired. It's absolutely fantastic. If we try and play something through it, this is a YouTube video, so I imagine there'll be some. Oh no. That probably sounds awful, doesn't it? Just bring me the horizon. But that sounds really loud in your head. And actually, you know, the amount of sound coming out of it, considering that's quite loud, it's not too bad. No, okay, it's slipping through my fingers slightly, but when it's on your head, honestly, it's pretty good. I can sit there at night watching TV on my tablet with these, and it's not causing any problem to my wife whatsoever. As I say, fantastic bit of kit, very comfortable, nice and light. Yes, there's not a huge amount of padding on the top, but honestly, it doesn't matter too much with the amount of hair I've got. You know, folds up into a lovely small package, comes with 2 great little covers to keep it nice and clean and tidy. All the cables that you need. Retails about £380, which, you know, is not cheap, but sometimes you get what you pay for. And as I say, I did not want to get a pair of Beats. Quality wise, just not there. These are really good quality. I can listen to Adele quite happily. I could listen to Ed Sheeran. I can listen to Skrillex. I can listen to Ministry of Sound albums. Anything I want. You know, this just plays it perfectly. I hope that helped any of you that's maybe, you know, been out about a year now. If you're still umming and ahhing, do I get them? I'd say yes. If you've got the money and you can afford it, absolutely. If you want something smaller, then I can highly recommend the Bang & Olufsen H8 that my wife has. They're on-ear headphones. Noise cancelling's fantastic. They've got a great touch control on the side, which this one lacks, but in that respect there's less to go wrong with this in theory. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. You know, I imagine some people won't, but please don't thumbs down just because you don't like the headphones. You know, as I say, keep searching. You'll find some great reviews out there with people whose languages skills are a hell of a lot better than mine these days. But yes, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next review. Cheers, bye.